Okay, to finish off the video, okay, from before, okay. Man and woman, alright, on the good side, they're together, alright. Everybody has a spouse, okay. When the good becomes prevalent, everybody will come together with their spouses, and it's the same age difference for everybody. Picture it. Why shouldn't it be? For every male, there's a female. It makes the one body. All right. Everybody out there has a spouse, and yeah, it's the exact same age for everybody. The difference is the exact same. Okay. Now, in the bad era, that's where things become imbalanced. People lose their spouses, and they begin, going with other people, and they begin having, various amounts of children. Some have no children. People go to divorce. People are at conflict. There's arguments. There's the war. That is the bad era, okay? So, in the good era, the spouses come together, all right? And along with, that heaven, that everything being, all the evil, all the rotting things being incinerated, becoming H2O, going up, and then the rainfall comes, and then the branch grows back on the tree again, all right, and then the same thing happens. You have the seasonal cleaning, you have your trees being trimmed seasonally, looking after it all nice, incinerate it, goes up, comes. That's the balance being sorted out. Okay, now there's the other thing. There's the other thing with the balance of the water right now. There's a great imbalance of the water. Okay, and that also has to do with the heaven. Okay, because if the water is being drained away from one area that it's meant to be raining on, it becomes in another area, so that when that evaporates, it's not evaporating in the right place. It's evaporating away from where it's meant to be. Because when the rain comes down, it evaporates. It's meant to come down again. Evaporates, it comes back down again. But if that gets misdirected to somewhere else, it's not where it's supposed to be. And not only that, it's deprived from where it's meant to be going. Okay, which is happening now with all the roofs on the houses, with the guttering and the drains and the roads, with all the drains and the gutterings there. It's being misdirected to one part in the ocean where it pools, and it can't even evaporate. It pools there and it stays there. You notice a pool of water, it won't evaporate properly. It won't. It stays in the pool because it's not spread out evenly. If it's spread out evenly, it can evaporate because there's not much when it's spread out. But if you get all that water and you put it and you drain it all in one area, it's going to cause a big flood. It's going to be pooling. It's not going to evaporate. And what's going to happen is that next rainfall, more water's going to go in there, and more water's going to go there. And what's going to happen is those parts of the oceans where it's going out to, there's, the water table under the ground, the aquifers and the aqueducts. It's going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And it's only going to become a matter of the hour before, boom, the earth, it splits asunder, underneath splits, boom, there's an earthquake, boom, there's a tsunami, boom, there's the volcanic eruptions from pressure. In Indonesia, where all the volcanoes are and everybody's living there, and all the water's being drained into the ocean, it's pushing all the pressure underneath, and there's a lot of sinkholes there, a lot of aquifers there underneath the caves under the water and stuff. It's pushing, boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, it's only going to be like the next one. If it continues happening, it's going to be a big, massive one soon. I'm telling you, it's going to be fucking huge. Okay, so, and then you got that water has to evaporate, and whatever it does get to evaporate, it has to come back to its origin, because that's how it is. That's where it belongs. It has to travel back. So as fast as it's going to travel back is as fast as it's been misdirected out there. And, how fast are them drains or them water going through those drains, it's going to the memory of it, it's going to try to come back, and it's going to the next the next year or two, that's where you got all these strong winds coming back from the ocean, all these fucking big strong winds, when all it would take is to get the guttering off the roofs of the houses, or at least have a sprinkler system set up with a tank to catch the rain water in, have an automatic sprinkler system to spread it evenly out around your garden, and maybe, living in a place where all the roads are flat properly so it can just go up and soak onto the byway or the nature strip. And that's it. Now, how easy would that be? But no, you know what everybody's doing now? Everybody's living in the hills, lopping trees to put a house where the trees were. When all this flat land, solid land that goes for miles and miles. Where's the gratitude? So, one hand you got heaven, and the other hand you got hell. And, for the heaven to be, that's why people look up. The evaporation has to be properly. The water has to be, first of all, in that respect, probably directed properly in the right area, protected from that misdirecting. Okay, so it's going up properly and it's coming down, and you get that still. There's none of this unstable winds. You get this still, calm environment. Everything's cool. All right. So there's another area to heaven. Why people look up. Okay, that's the matter. That's what's going on up there. Okay, you look down. If the place is filthy, it's on the ground. It's all around. Okay? So, that's what's going on. Okay, gases travel. You can never run out of gas. Water's a gas. Okay? H2O, hydrogen, oxygen, they're gases. It's a liquid. Gases are liquids. They travel and they go back. That's why they can never run out of water. There's always water there. That's why heaven is eternal. You look up, it's eternity. Okay? It doesn't go away. It's always there. Other things are still eternal, but it takes them way longer to come back. If you want, say a rock or a block of salt to come back, you're going to have to make it to put it back there. You can't it doesn't evaporate and go back there. It has to form over a certain amount of years, or you got to fucking put an electrolysis method and you got to make a big block of fucking salt and you got to put it back there. And it's going to take forever to do that. All right, so that's where another thing of heaven is that these fossil fuels, it's not true. Gas is not a fossil fuel. Gases travel. They evaporate, they go up, and they go places, and they go back to their origin. They're eternal. Whereas coal is on the ground. Where's the coal gone? Everybody's digging it, everybody's burning it. What's gone? It's not going to go back to its origin. As gas goes back, not in your lifetime. The gas is. It's got reservoirs, as the water has, because it's a gas too. You know what the natural gas is? It's, what is it? It's CH4. 4 times hydrogen. 4 times hydrogen, 1 part carbon. Only 1 part carbon, everybody's whinging saying it's CO2. No, it's not. It's fucking 4 parts hydrogen, excuse me. And everyone's going to try to extract the hydrogen from, this red hydrogen or this, to try to go a car hydrogen. No. Natural gas, hello, it's natural. Gas, water's gas. It doesn't run out, it always goes back. It evaporates. That's the heaven. You look up, it's travelling places, it's going somewhere. It doesn't stay up there and get trapped in you. It doesn't happen that way. Okay? People have mistook the world for what it is, and have gone with their indoctrination of the depopulation. They haven't saw the hell. They haven't realised what's going on, and they're putting forth this indoctrination that is wrong. Okay? And that's all it is. It's wrong. Okay, I'm putting the right thing out there. Anybody that can listen, that has his listen to what I'm saying, beautiful. Okay, excellent. In time, all people are going to have to realise, okay? And if you haven't up till now and you're feeling bad, well, okay, I'm forgiving everybody right now. You got to listen to what I'm saying, okay? So, yeah, heaven, that's why the heaven is upwards. You look up because that's what's happening to have to, you know, for that heaven to be in the good era once the evil goes away. That's the good way. What I'm saying. The evil is the bad way, where there's no gratitude. Think of the possibilities. The good era or the bad era, there's either one way or the other. It can't be both ways. You notice it's all bad nowadays. Mostly bad. Okay? There needs to be the transition to the good. A lot of people have tanks on their houses now, so there's a lot of water that's not being misdirected to the ocean, and that's been going on for a long time now. So it's time for something, a next step. Maybe some reminder for people to get the water out of their tanks and spread it around their garden so it's not sitting there stale, because that's another thing. People are catching all this water and it's staying there, it's stale. It's not going back around, evaporating and going back into the cycle. It's staying there, it's stale. And you know, what happens when you have something around it's stale? It's rot, it's decay. It's cursing you. And it's cursing you in respect to how much it weighs. And water weighs a lot. You got a big tank, that's a lot of stale water that is weighing you down. And if you've got a tank that's full, I suggest you empty it around your garden as soon as you can. Okay, as soon as you can right now. Watch the rest of the video later. As soon as you can, okay? And you watch. Things will start to happen for you, okay? And me too. You affect everybody, okay? Everybody's being affected by each other. So think about how much other people you help. That's a lot of weight. Okay, and everybody does it, and everybody helps each other by that. You know, and everybody communicates good with each other. Otherwise, no one's going to want to speak to each other. Everyone's going to be, you know, all grumpy and all moody and all, you know, all this stupid fucking nonsense. Okay, everybody's going to be angry, grumpy all the time. Get rid of that. Okay, think about the heaven. No, there's a way to achieve that. It's not some new thing it's not going to ever. No, it is going to happen. It's not some thing that's never going to happen. It is going to happen. Has to happen. Because if it's bad for so long, it's only fair that the good comes. Okay? And I'm giving you the answers to the good. And this is the answers to the good. Yeah, it's the fucking... Everybody knows it now. Okay? That's why my profile says Master of Heaven, this and that. Because I know about it. It's my goal. I have to. Okay? So yeah. The evaporation. You know. Electricity. Use gas. Get a generator. Connect it to your natural gas thing. You can make it work on gas and it lasts forever. It doesn't get dirty from dirty petrol. It stays clean. The gas is a clean burning fuel. It doesn't wreck the engine. It doesn't wreck it. And that can power whatever you need to. When you need to use electricity, you can just switch it on when you need to use it. You don't have to have all this running through cables all day long. And know that gas that you use is going to evaporate up to heaven. It's going to travel. It's going to travel back to where it came from, and that goes back for you. It goes back in a cycle. But with coal, it can't go back. It doesn't come back around for those who go for that. It doesn't come back for them. Not in a lifetime anyway, but you know, you get the electricity out of it, but it doesn't. Whatever you put in, it's not going to come back to you. And that's where all you'll get is irony and a coincidence from being cursed by that. You've got to overcome that. And there's only so much coal on the earth. It's not going to last forever. But the gas is eternal. The water's eternal. The water's a gas. You get it? You get why it's not called gas? See, there's an evil here that's trying to fool everybody. Okay, somebody's been up to no good in the past and has left everybody in the future with nothing. Okay, I'm still on coal. That's how poor I am in terms of having things. And it's not, some materialistic thing to have. No. Just think, there are people out there that are poor and that really could fucking need some of the things that what people have that are saying, oh, it's just material things. Think about it. Without it, you can't go anywhere without a car. You can't, imagine if nobody had fucking licenses to drive, if nobody had vehicles. You wouldn't be able to go get food, you wouldn't be able to live, you wouldn't be able to build houses, you wouldn't be able to, everybody would be gone. There'd be no point in having a world. Okay, think about it. It's not how things are. Technology is always in the front. It's always has to be there for people to take care of the earth. And at a certain time, people quit taking care of the earth and they became uncivilized. They became nonsense, ungrateful beings. Okay, I'm going to end it there. All right, so yeah, the evaporation, the time frame, the bad has to go and the good has to come. The good has to become prevalent. It's only fair. It's only right that good comes around. All right, and the bad goes. Okay, that's the good and the bad. That's the supreme ultimate. Okay, it's the ultimatum. For there to be good, there has to be bad. But that bad and that good, they both can't go forever. Sooner or later, they have to come to an end and to give rise to one or the other. And with knowledge comes fulfillment, and knowledge is of the goodness, is of the happiness. So the knowledge, it must mean that the good is coming now that this knowledge has been spoken. All right? Okay. Thank you for listening. Okay. I'll see you next time. Okay.